Good morning, fellow Plexers. So, everybody knows about the new Plex Pass changes and how a remote user needs their own Plex Watch Pass if the server owner does not have Plex Pass. Well, of course, the email from Plex doesn't really explain that to your friends and family who are connected to your server. So, here's an idea. If you're a type A individual like myself, you like to have control, or maybe you got a high level of customer service. So I put this little PSA on my server a little while ago, and a text from a friend of mine prompted me to do that. He sent me a screenshot and wanted to know if there's anything he needed to buy to keep streaming from my server. Well, I've got like 20 friends and family on my server with about 10 of those people active. Some people stream maybe once in a blue moon, and others stream a couple times a week, and some stream every day. So I wanted to add a little announcement that they might see. So it's just myself recording a video. Good morning, fellow Plexers. Hey, just a little, it's under 2 minutes long. You can make it 30 seconds, whatever you need to do. So I just use OBS Studio to record videos on my desktop computer. Easy peasy. So if you like this idea, you can use OBS to do that. And then this is how I handled it. I have it in a folder that's just called one space dash space unlisted media. So if I back up, this is just my main movie library storage folder. And I have a few non-compliant type of folders. I'm really into subtitles. And if media is missing subtitles, I keep it separate because I can every once in a while just go in there and look for subtitles for my missing media. So these movies are not in their own separate folder like everything else is, but it just works. And then I have a few things that aren't compliant with FileBot to be renamed. My special expression for FileBot will pick up common edition names and add it automatically to the movie file name during renaming, but it won't pick up non-standard editions like colorized. So all my movies that have a colorized version are in this folder, and Plex still scans them in perfectly fine. So then I have this one for unlisted movie media. There's this Nutcracker Ballet that's in my Christmas movie collection, and it's not listed at IMDb or TMDb, so I supply my own metadata and my own artwork. So this is the short little video I made today, and I just named it simply. It really doesn't matter how it's named. Plex will scan it in as an unlisted item. So it's really easy to get the video in. And then I'm not super proficient in GIMP, but I can make Plex posters easily. I created a blank image, 600 by 900 pixels. I pasted this in from Google. You can kind of see how it's not a pure black background. I just pasted that in actually as another image to resize to get it the right size in this 600 by 900 pixel image. And then I turned everything else black and I added the text. You can see the reverse action if I go back. That's how I did it. Pretty easy. I saved it as a PNG. You can save it as a JPEG. You can save it as whatever you want. And then Plex scanned this in, and it looked just like this. Based on my naming, it was fine. Actually, I didn't think of this. I could probably do this if I give it a date. Let's say I give it 2026 01 01. Save the changes, and let's fix the poster up. So by doing that, it will now stay at the front of my recently released movie ribbon. And this is a collection I've pushed to home. Newest theatrical releases, I push it to home, and now it'll stay at the front of that line too. So now it's more prominent. It's on all three lines. Now it won't stay as the newest recently added movies. The minute I add a new movie or two, this will get pushed down, but the changes I just made will keep it right here. So if that's of any interest to you, it's pretty easy to set up. And now I run Linux, but GIMP is available on Mac and Windows. It's not too hard to use. You go to File, Create, File New. I change this to 600, that to 900, and there's the image. And this is what I did. I always got to make videos longer, but somebody will appreciate it. Most people will roll their eyes. So let me go to Google. Right click, copy image. I will do edit, paste as new image, just to have it there. And then I will edit, paste into selection. Now that's too small. So Control Z gets rid of it. Let me go back to this, and I'll do image, scale, and I'll make this 500 by 500. So this keeps it in relationship. So you can't change the scale from what it is. Well, you can scale it up, but you can't have a different scale. I'm going to make it square. So it's kind of blurry. I use a different image in my own first draft of this. So now I'm going to copy visible, go back to this, Control V to paste it in. And as long as I am on this little control here, I can move it up where I want. So now I go to layer, anchor layer. Now I will grab the fill tool, and right here are the colors. If I click that, and then I click this little screen with a dropper, I can click on the black and have the same black in that, and now color that in. And you see how this is graded here. I don't really care for a poster like this. Then it's simply going to the text tool, changing the color back to white. And if you don't have the white already here, you can just go like that. Or you can use the eyedropper tool and just do that and get the same white that's there. And then you just draw a box because I've selected the text. Now, because I wanted two different font sizes, I used two different text boxes. So I can't, I did highlight all of it. If you find trouble, just hold down the shift key and use the arrows. So now I'm changing the font size. Now let me get this resized a little bit. This is how I create custom posters. Okay, what don't I like about that? I want it spaced just a little bit more, so I'll decrease the... So now I'll go to Layer, Merge Down, grab the text again, define the area, I want that a little larger. So that's good enough for me. So I could layer and merge down. I didn't really need to. Now it's file and export. And because I didn't do export as, it comes up with a PNG extension, and you can name that whatever you want. Direct it where you want. Right now it's going in my documents folder. I'll just throw it into my download folder. And you can create any poster you want, simple poster that you want, just with a lot of copy and paste techniques and a little bit of skill. All right, so I didn't expect to have this be a GIMP tutorial, but it is what it is. So happy plexing, and I appreciate your viewership.